Of the 5 women included in Matthew's genealogy of Jesus Christ, we might wonder, why Ruth? An obscure outsider, a Moabite woman, not a member of God's chosen people, the Israelites. Yet there she is, her 4-chapter story nestled between the massive books of Judges and 1 Samuel, an ancestor of Christ. As we read her story, however, we begin to see her place in God's story of salvation. The story begins with Naomi, her husband, and her 2 sons leaving Judah and going to Moab to escape the famine in their own land. Naomi's husband died, and her sons married Moabite women, Ruth and Orpah. Then her sons died, and Naomi, very vulnerable as a woman without a husband, decided to go back to her home of Judah. At this point, Naomi released Ruth and the other daughter-in-law Orpah from any responsibility for her care. However, Ruth refused to leave Naomi, saying to her, "Your people will be my people, and your God my God." Ruth took responsibility for the care of Naomi and went into a field to glean from the wheat that was left by the reapers so they could have food. Boaz, the owner of the field and a kinsman of Naomi, noticed Ruth. Naomi then coached Ruth, knowing it was possible that as a kinsman, Boaz would consider marriage to Ruth because of Jewish law. Ruth followed the lead of Naomi and took some additional initiative herself. The end result? Boaz took Ruth as his wife, and they bore Obed, the father of Jesse, the grandfather of King David, one of the most famous ancestors in the lineage of Christ. Ruth models for all of us loyalty and devotion, perseverance and boldness in the face of adversity. Her place in the story of salvation as an ancestor of Christ also shows us that even if we are on the outside, as Ruth was, God can bring us into his fold and work his plan of salvation in and through us.